People gift Naomi money when she was breastfeeding, and the people had bad belly. Now bad things are happening to them because Naomi breastfed with pains and was crying. So Kama visited the people. Hello, people, and welcome to D and Z TV, the place where we give you up to date information of what's happening in the entertainment industry and also the Ooni of Ife's palace. Whatever gist, whatever information, whatever you need to hear or know of what's happening, the right place to come is D and Z TV. So go nowhere, for we will be right back. All right. So Naomi has come up to with something very sensitive right now. You know, when Naomi was breastfeeding Tade, she did it with so much pains and was crying. And right now, people actually gave her money. People actually came to support her. People actually did a whole lot to her when she was giving Prince Tade, when she was breastfeeding Prince Tade. But right now, Kama has actually decided to visit. And you know, when Kama wants to visit, Kama comes with a lot of friends and enemies. Yes, Kama comes with a lot of friends. Kama comes with a lot of other things that when you try to look at it, you will now find out that you should not have got yourself involved in this kind of issues and dimensions. You know, it is really pertinent to note that Naomi has actually passed through a lot. Yes, Naomi has passed through a lot. The lot Naomi has passed through, no matter how people try to look at it or convince her, they find it very difficult to convince her. They find it difficult to even get close to what's happening. You know, people have actually tried in their own different ways to convince Naomi to forget about the Ooni. But Naomi is still stuck to the Ooni. Naomi still loves the Ooni so deeply. Naomi's love for the Ooni cannot be imagined. You know, no matter how people struggle, try, force themselves to outdo Naomi in this marital bliss, they still find it very difficult to even get close. You know, even to get close, even to get so close like this, it's becoming a very big issue and problem. Now, see what happened, see what transpired, see what came in between these people. Not minding the fact that Naomi is a chosen generation. Naomi is a woman of God. Yet, she has still been able to keep her head up high and strong. She has still been able to allow herself to be used for positive things. You know, she has been able to be like the modern day May Edochie. You know, if you look at the story of May Edochie, you realize that May Edochie is of a very high caliber. May Edochie is a woman of substance. So Naomi also has been able to keep herself to become a reference point. She's become a reference point where people always have a way of coming to look at her to get succor, to get confirmations, to get ask themselves some certain fundamental questions that is supposed to meant to use it to make their lives better. You see, one of the things we so desire to achieve these days is the fact that people no longer want to live values. People no longer want to live relevance. Rather, all people are more interested in these days is what happens to them alone. You know, if you continue like that, the truth about the matter is, if you continue living your life this way, you find out that you will not go as far as you should. People right now should try to leave positive legacies that will outshine their times, legacies that will outshine their own personal lives, legacies that when people look back and see, they will know that of a truth, this person is different. Now, the $1,000,000 question now is, what makes you different? There needs to be a difference in you. There needs to be something that puts you apart from every other person. If you want to look at it drastically, very well now, you now realize and find out that people these days are only about what they hope to get per time, and not what they need to give back or what they need to leave back to the society. Now, Naomi came into the palace with so much pains. Now, there are a couple of people who actually stood by Naomi. Are you saying now God is not going to bless those people? God is definitely going to bless them. Yes, God will bless them in ways that they cannot imagine or understand. You see, it is very, very difficult when you see people live lives the way they want to live. When you see people come with different kind of behaviors, you now realize that of a truth, Naomi has passed through a lot. Now, passing through a lot can make you don't even need to place a curse on someone, but karma will just take its own due course at its own time. Karma is something that when you do good to someone, it's like you're sowing a seed. Once you do anything for someone, be it a good thing, be it a bad thing, you're sowing a seed. So the seed you're sowing now can either be for good or it can be for bad. So the $1 million question is, what kind of seed are you sowing? A lot of persons want to sow antagonizing seeds. A lot of persons want to sow bad seeds. Whatever seeds you've made up your mind to sow, go ahead and sow. But one thing is certain, that seed you're sowing, what is it going to yield? That seed you're sowing, is it going to be for good? Is it going to be for bad? Only time shall tell. But all in all, it is better for us to have that thorough strength, wisdom, and understanding that sowing a good seed is good. Sowing a bad seed is good. But be prepared for the repercussion. Because as far as I'm concerned, all these people who sowed good seeds for Naomi right now are reaping good seeds. And those who sowed bad seeds are also reaping terrible seeds. Because you cannot make a woman who is breastfeeding pass through pain and you expect to be blessed. Blessing is going to be very far from you. So I want to urge you all, as you're listening to this podcast this morning, always try to leave a positive remark behind for other people to follow. Because when these people come and they do not have things the right way, you're bound to have a lot of issues that you cannot comprehend and you cannot understand. That is why it is good to always leave a positive remark in the lives of people. Thank you and see you some other time. Bye-bye.